Let's meet the Boston Celtics. At center, number 88.
And one thing we expect to see tonight, great guard play on both sides.
Well, these matchups can be so compelling. You know you're going to get elite ball handling, passing, shot creation. No question, this one's going to be entertaining to watch.
And a look at the starters for the Bulls. Giddey is the 1, with White by his side at the 2. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis, and it's Dosunmu in at the 3 spot. And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul of the game. Giddey against Simons. White looking it over. Plenty of space. The rebound, Celtics. Simons passes to Queta. Back to Simons. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to Brown. Here's Queta, covered by Vucevic. Clock at 6. Tatum from long range. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now here's Dosunmu. Not a lot of room. And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
White against White. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Vucevic. And rejected. Here's Tatum, and a nice finish on the layup.
And guys, it's no easy task defending Tatum inside. You can body him up, bump him, he'll still find a way.
Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves.
Counted from distance.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Dosunmu with it, now guarded by Brown. Fires from deep, and Dosunmu with the 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And it's Giddey missing. Boston leading by 3. Outside Tatum. Takes the 3. Drains the triple. Tatum's got 8.
Oh, boy. Tatum has ways to hurt you from every area on the floor.
White, the pass to Vucevic. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Boston making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Look, you can't give Tatum three-point looks from anywhere. He's so efficient from range. That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
White with the steal. 4-3. Boston pulls it in. Back to Brown. There's Tatum with the 3. And it's Giddey with the rebound. And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. 4-point game. Here's Buzelis. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey.
Oh, nice touch on the inside play by Buzelis, adjusting from close range.
Stan, when you look at Josh Giddey's game, how would you best describe it?
Well, B.A., he's a triple-double threat. Taller playmaker, sees the floor well, can rebound. I love his versatility.
Vucevic's shot is off.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Hauser, he's checked in for Derek White. Then for Chicago, Williams comes in for Buzelis. And Herder's subbed in for DeSumo. Herder gets the bucket.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
Pass to Brown. From deep. The shot off that time. Chicago's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Outside Giddey. Inside. Here's Herder. And it's all tied up. Herder's got 5 now.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their team.
Knocks it down from distance.
Yeah, no question Tatum can take over a game at a moment's notice.
From deep, Giddey. Unable to get that one. Boston leading by 3. Queta pass to Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Brown. It's hauled in by White. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 14 and looking in control. Now Giddey fires the 3, and White, the bucket on the assist from Giddey. He's got 5.
Laser focus from White. The moment that pass was headed to him, he was ready.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Boston Celtics. Absolutely carrying the offense. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
On the court for Chicago, Okoro and Williams are the small and power forwards. Trey Jones is out there with Kevin Herder, and it's Collins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, "The closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control, things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you." Back to you guys.
Staying dialed in. Allie, thanks very much for the report. White can't hit. The Bulls have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Williams from long range. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Hauser nails it from beyond the arc. Hauser's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Queta's checked in for Garza. Jason Tatum comes in for Boucher. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Hauser. And Simon has subbed in for Pritchard. Then for Chicago, Buzelis is checked in for Williams. DeSumo comes in for Okoro. And Giddey's subbed in for Jones. White for 3. Doesn't go in. 2 for 4 in this game. Chicago's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. To the paint. Puts up the 8-footer. And no good, trying to use the glass.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Boston. Simons finds Brown. Here's Queta. Back to Brown. White for 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Pass to Herder. The 3. Collins. It's good on the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Hit his foot. And the ref saying he kicked it. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. With much more movement on every possession, modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, thanks for that report.
Well, moving Vucevic inside's like trying to move a brick wall.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Boucher's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for White. And the Bulls also making a change. White, he's checked in for Jones. Lets it go from the wing. And there's Pritchard. That's good. On the assist by Brown. And the Celtics lead by 3. The kick out to White. Puts up a 3. Boston with a rebound. Simons finds Boucher. Nice ball movement by Boston. And it's Simons missing.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Here's Giddey going inside, and he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
You're pushing the pace. Giddey using some speed to get his shot.
The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
Well, he's been resourceful tonight, not wasting opportunity.
And it goes out of bounds. And coach must have had a really good look at this one. He
Play is
called
under video review under NBA rules. The officials will have 2
Viewing
minutes
perspective.
to review the play.
A lot of times a coach may have a better view of this call than the official. It's really just a matter of where the action takes place on the court.
Hey, when you're on the bench and see what looks like an obvious mistake on this call, you almost have to challenge. No matter when it comes in the game, you don't want to surrender any possessions. And the ruling has been made. They're going to uphold the original call on the out-of-bounds violation.
And as a coach, it stings to lose a timeout on a failed challenge, but it's a risk worth taking to make absolutely sure that you're not going to lose a possession on a blown call. And as we're starting to see more of Buzelis, his coaches want more of that, just impacting the glass.
White with it, now guarded by Brown. White, good.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Boston has gone 4 of 7 from 3 during the second quarter. Outside, Brown. Pritchard from outside. Buzelis grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
White for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got 6 assists in the game.
And I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
Simons passes to Brown, looking to win the run, and Brown knocking down the triple.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Vucevic, a screen on Pritchard from Pete Giddey. Rebound Boston. And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
Derek White.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
37. Chicago 37.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
and the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Derek White out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Queta in at the 5. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Boston leading by 3. And the Bulls with one playoff game win in the last 8 seasons, the lowest total over any 8-year stretch in franchise history, Stan.
Well, yeah, they've hovered around 500 for the last 4 seasons and been really competitive. But the problem is you can get stuck in that middle. Now, going young, can they find the path back to relevance? After setting a strong screen, the ball goes to Vucevic, and he makes a play.
White, good.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's Buzelis, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
Outside, Brown launches it. Chicago grabs the miss. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds in the game. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, good stuff.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Yeah, look at Giddey stealing the spotlight. What a jam. And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Giddey with a screen on Brown. Dosunmu, the pass to White. Down low. Here's Vucevic. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, Vucevic did a good job of feeling the defense there and worked his way into a trip to the line.
Vucevic at the line for 2.
And so Vucevic nails both of them.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Tatum from long range. And again, Boston with the triple.
You know, Derek White is what you call a combo guard. He can play on or off the ball. There we saw his passing ability.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
Stan, looking back on the 2017 draft, at the time, you believe Jason Tatum was the best prospect.
And with hindsight, BA, that seems obvious. But back then, Markelle Fultz was the consensus #1 pick. Credit the Celtics for trading back and getting their guy. Well, they keep going to him, and he keeps delivering.
Buzelis' shot is good.
I think it's great to see that kind of confidence in a young guy like Buzelis.
Three-pointer. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Got it. Buzelis has got 15.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Pritchard's checked in for Boston. Then for Chicago, Collins, he's checked in for Vucevic. And it's Jones in for Giddey.
Yeah, stretching that defense all the way to the sideline. Tatum with a nice shot.
To the middle. Here's Collins. And Collins with the slam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of that.
And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. 6-point lead. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. White's got 12 points in just the second half.
Hey, sometimes it's your night. White's number keeps getting called, and he keeps coming through.
Pass to White. Launches a three. It's hauled in by White. Celtics lead by 9. Here's Queta. Nice ball movement by Boston. And it's White again missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
The swim move for 3. Hits the three-pointer. 6 points for him.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Brown can't hit. The Bulls trail by 6. Outside Jones. Here's Buzelis. Rebounded by the Celtics. White's got 4 rebounds now. White with the steal. Jacks up a 3. Here's Collins. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for Chicago, Trey Jones is out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Kevin Huerter. Then it's Williams. And it's Collins in at the 5, down low.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
They're great find by Giddey, a tall guard who sees the floor so well.
Here's Hauser, and the Celtics another 3.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
That's good from Jones, and the assist by Collins. Jones has got 4 points now in the quarter. On the wing, Simons. Boucher passes to Hauser. Off target with the 3. The Bulls trail by 8. Giddey with it. Pritchard picks him up. And here's Collins for 3. Hauled in by Brown. Boston's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. Hauser nails it from 3. Hauser's got 9 points here in the second half.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Boston leading by 11. Three-pointer Pritchard, and the Celtics another 3.
Imagine how much bigger this lead might be if he were a little more selfish.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. With some changes, Tillman's checked in for Boucher. Tatum comes in for Hauser. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. And the Bulls also making a change. Vucevic, he's checked in for Collins. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Back to Tillman. Hey, expanding his range. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Looking to get it going. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Pass to Vucevic. And it's Tillman with a rebound. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. And he nails it!
Well, look at how his team works to get Tatum set up for success. Feeding him when he's ready to fire.
And now it's time for our presentation of the player of the game, Jason Tatum.
This has been one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. What's incredible is he has no off switch, just a tremendous motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. You think it's just another game. He is totally in control of his emotions.
And you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy. And it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. The Celtics on offense. They're on an 18-6 run. White outside. Tatum! The three is off. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's an 18-point game. Here's Buzelis, defended by Brown. Giddey, it's good from beyond the arc.
And Giddey is working to improve this part of his game. The defense at least has to respect this three.
Boston making a switch here. Kate is checked in. Boston leading by 15. White, it's money from deep.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
They set the pick. Dosunmu, right side. Deflected! Here's a pass to Tatum. From deep. Oh, it's off! The Bulls trail by 18. White with it, now guarded by Simons. Oh, it misses! 1:27 left to play in the fourth.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Celtics.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And what a huge performance it was for Jason Tatum.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Giddey against Simons. Dosunmu for three. Boston pulls it in. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. White for three. Can't get it to drop. Outside White. Pass to Vucevic. Outside Giddey. White for three. Buries it from outside. And here's Tatum. Now White. He launches. Hits the trifecta. White's got 33.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Pass to Vucevic. Takes one from 10 feet. Can't connect. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead.
Jam on me.